This episode is sponsored by the Kirtland Partnership Committee, your community partners supporting the powerful missions based at Kirtland Air Force Base. From the 377th Air Base Wing and 58th Special Operations Wing to AFRL, Space Force, NNSA, and Sandia National Labs, Kirtland is a national asset with global impact, and it's all happening right in your backyard. Learn how KPC helps grow missions and support the people behind them at kpcabq.org.
From the Albuquerque Journal, this is the leading news. I'm Gino Gutierrez. It's Thursday, September 18th. Here's what we're covering on today's episode. The New Mexico Ethics Commission has filed a complaint alleging that state probation officers illegally shared immigrants' personal information with Federal Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, leading to the detention of at least 3 New Mexico residents and the deportation of 1. The suit targets Corrections Secretary Alicia Tafoya Lucero and claims her staff violated the Non-Disclosure of Sensitive Personal Information Act, a new state law banning disclosure of immigration status or national origin outside of state agencies. According to the complaint, probation officers lured probationers to offices in Albuquerque and Santa Fe under false pretenses, such as signing paperwork, where ICE agents then detained them. The 3 named in the cases involve Juan Lamas Aguilar, Moises Alago, and Melvin Escobar Azillo, and Alago was deported days after being seized. State officials have not confirmed or denied the allegation, but say the agency is committed to following the law. State Senator Antoinette Cedillo Lopez, who sponsored the Non-Disclosure of Sensitive Personal Information Act, called the accusations, quote, outrageous, warning they erode public trust and harm families. The case seeks court confirmation that the Ethics Commission can enforce this act and bring civil action against the violators. A New Mexico judge has ordered that David DeGroat, 22, remain jailed while awaiting trial on charges of first-degree murder, evidence tampering, and conspiracy in the killing of 25-year-old Army veteran Matthew McLaughlin near Taos. Prosecutors say DeGroat conspired with Raynard Joyner to lure McLaughlin to their Tres Paredes home in July, where Joyner shot him twice in the head with DeGroat's pistol. Investigators allege DeGroat helped dispose of McLaughlin's body and burned his belongings. Deputies recovered the murder weapon, multiple stolen military firearms, and illegal armor-piercing rounds at the property. Both DeGroat and Joyner were listed as military deserters from Fort Bennington, Georgia, and had served in the same unit as McLaughlin. Defense attorneys are arguing that DeGroat acted under duress and lack of intent for first-degree murder. Despite this, Judge Emilio Chavez ruled prosecutors had shown enough probable cause to hold him, noting DeGroat allegedly fueled Joyner's hostility near McLaughlin and knew of the murder plan weeks in advance. Joyner is accused of dismembering the body and is also being held without bond. Dozens of Doña Ana County residents and local groups gathered Wednesday outside the county government center, urging commissioners to delay a vote on Project Jupiter, which is a $165 billion AI training data center proposed for Santa Teresa. Critics say the deal, negotiated under non-disclosure agreements, lacks transparency and raises unanswered questions about water, power, and environmental impacts in a region already facing an infrastructure strain. The developers, Borderplex Digital Assets, and Stack Infrastructure are touting thousands of jobs and major investment, pledging $50 million for local water infrastructure and $7 million for community projects. Supporters like State Representative Nathan Small call the project an economic and clean energy opportunity, while others like Representative Marcela Lora Cardina accuse officials of prioritizing corporate interests over residents' needs. Despite growing pressure, county commissioners plan to vote on Friday on an industrial revenue bond and tax incentives that are central to the deal. The city of Sunland Park passed a resolution seeking more time to study the project, but county leaders have given no sign that they plan to postpone their decision. New Mexico Secretary of State Maggie Toulouse Oliver is weighing a run for lieutenant governor in 2026 as she nears the end of her 8+ years in office. If she enters the race, she would join Stephanie Garcia Richard, the outgoing state land commissioner, and State Senator Harold Pope Jr. in what could become a 3-way Democratic primary for the state's number 2 post. Toulouse Oliver, a former Bernalillo County clerk, was first elected as Secretary of State in 2016 after Diana Duran's resignation. She briefly ran for U.S. Senate in 2019 and has pushed for same-date voter registration and open primaries while clashing with Republicans over measures such as straight-party voting. As one of the state's highest-profile election officials, Toulouse Oliver has also faced harassment and threats, even going into hiding in 2020 after her personal information was posted online. Meanwhile, 3 Democrats have already announced their campaigns to succeed her as Secretary of State in 2026. And at 104, Stella Lavity of Santa Fe was honored Wednesday with the Military Women's Memorial Living Legend Award, recognizing women who served honorably and reached the age of 100. Lavity, a former corporal in the Women's Army Corps during World War II, is only the third New Mexican to receive the honor. Born in Taos in 1921, she enlisted in 1944 after seeing an Uncle Sam poster, joining to, quote, free desk-bound men to serve in battle. She trained at Fort Des Moines in Iowa and worked in supply, delivering orders and advising soldiers heading overseas on personal affairs. She was discharged in 1946, but still vividly recalls the war, especially the sadness of D-Day and losing her friends. On Wednesday, her son Larry placed the medal around her neck as she leafed through a scrapbook of dog tags, discharge paperwork, and wartime memories, all while singing the World War II song, "We Will Meet Again." The leading news is powered by the journalism of the Albuquerque Journal. If you enjoy hearing all of the stories we share with you here daily, please consider becoming a digital subscriber to the Journal by utilizing the discount code in our show notes. Every subscription helps support local journalism and allows us to provide you with the news that matters to you. Now taking a look at Albuquerque's weather forecast. Today you can expect mostly sunny skies with a high near 86, and as for this evening, partly cloudy with a low around 59. To keep up with all the latest news from the Albuquerque Journal, you can visit our website at abqjournal.com. That's the leading news. I'm Gino Gutierrez. We'll be back tomorrow.